Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Before anything else, I just would like to explain if there's something different about my voice. I was sick these past few days. So yeah, but thank God it's not COVID. I thought it was COVID for the first few days, but luckily it's not. But yeah, I'm on the mend, thank God. And I still don't want to miss an upload. I really want to continue uploading at least once a week, a regular video. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have here Logan. So he is my only boy American Girl doll. Okay, so there's a bit of controversy about Logan, and especially since the creator online was updated to include the Kaya face mold, and I know that handful of people were very upset about that. They are like picketing almost. Okay, American Girl, they're very upset that the Kaya face mold was being used, not only because it's used for the girl mode or for the girl create your own, but because they're using the Kaya mode, which they feel should only be exclusive for Kaya. I don't agree with that, and actually I was considering on making a video about that. However, I didn't want to put more gasoline on the fire, because in the past I've been burned. Okay, not that I'm afraid of delving into controversy, but then I just want to keep the peace. Okay, and I don't want to ruin things. Still may do a video on it in the future, but right now I'd rather just read asshole Reddit stories. So let's go ahead and remove Logan's clothes, and we'll clean him, we'll brush his hair so that he'll look cute again. Okay, so the first Am I the Asshole story that I'll be reading is titled Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Give My Stepson My Engagement Ring Because He Never Treated Me Like Family? So here it goes. I, 49 female, have been with my husband Bill, 53 male, for the past 20 years. Bill had 2 children from his previous marriage. Jim, who was 31 male, and Paige, 72 female. We also have 1 biological child together, Harry, 16 male. Jim and Paige's mom passed away when they were 9 and 5. I met Bill around 2 years after his former wife had died. When I started building a relationship with the kids, I made it clear that I was not going to replace their mom, and I would be a trusted figure whom they could approach if they ever needed me. That being said, I still made an effort to treat them like I would my own child. I would take them to school, pick them up, take them to doctor's appointments, and make their lunches. Ask my parents to get them presents for Christmas and birthdays, etc. Okay, so she sounds like she's a good stepmother. She's definitely not the wicked stepmother that we all come to hate. Okay, definitely based on her description on what she's saying. But let's move on. So both kids were somewhat hostile towards me at first, which I understand because they lost their mom. However, Paige eventually warmed up to me and saw me as a trusted confidant and maternal figure. She didn't ask me, nor did I expect her, to want me to adopt her, but she still calls me mom, which I appreciate. Jim, on the other hand, continued to be mean and hostile. I have never treated him poorly or antagonized him. Nevertheless, he would make misogynistic statements like, "It's your job as the woman to clean the dishes," when I would ask him to clean his plate, or call me a bitch when my back is turned. My husband told him many times that the way he was treating me was uncalled for, and for us to go to family therapy, but he always refused. He eventually moved out after reaching adulthood. He continues to maintain contact with his father and siblings, but it's minimal between him and me. And even then, he doesn't treat me well. Now I have an engagement ring that is a family heirloom for several generations. It is passed down from the mother to the oldest child. My husband got the ring from my mom to propose to me. I told all three children about this heirloom a few years ago. Anyway, so Jim currently has a girlfriend whom he intends to propose to. He called me out of the blue one day and asked if he could have the ring. I told him no. When he asked why, I told him it was because of how he has treated me all these years and how he continues to treat me, and I don't want my family heirloom going to someone who sees me as vermin. When he asked whom it would go to, I told him it would go to Paige when she gets engaged. When he heard this, he lost his shit and accused me of playing favorites. I eventually hung up when he wouldn't stop insulting me, and I blocked his number. My husband is on my side, but his maternal relatives have all been blowing up my phone, telling me what an asshole I am. So, am I the asshole? Definitely not. Okay, in the first place, he's not your biological son. And as you said, he was not really nice to you. He was been treating you like shit all these years. So why does he expect that he would be entitled to the ring? So I really don't understand how he got the nerve, the audacity of that person, this Jim, for thinking that he is entitled to your ring. Again, your ring. It didn't really. It will be another story if it came from his mother, or it passed from his mother's family. Then you wouldn't have any say about this because it belongs to his mother's family. But again, so he never treated you like his own mother. So why should you give it to him? And it's not for you to ask for his respect or his affection now, okay? So actually, if anything, he should be groveling up to you. He's the one who's supposed to be begging for you to love him and anything, because it sounds to me like you did everything that you could to be at least not a replacement mother, but a good stepmother to him. You tried to treat him like your own, but he treated you with hostility, and he was not very kind. So yeah, definitely not the asshole. Actually, I would even understand if you would give it to your own son. The son that you had with your husband, instead of the other girl, the girl who was your stepdaughter. Because again, it's not like, yeah, I understand that you treat them like your own children. However, let's not forget, they're not your biological children. You do have your own child to think about. But anyway, it's nice if you treat them like your own, then that's good. But for this one, the one who was treating you bad all these years, no, you're definitely in the right for not refusing to allow him to use the ring. He's not entitled to it. Why should you? And I'm glad that you are not a pushover who has a chance to breach the hostility to get him on your side. Because why should you? If I were, I used to flip him up and then tell him to go to hell. And I wouldn't even attend the wedding. I'll just tell him to not even show his face around me. Okay, because I hate him. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, that's all I can say about the matter. Anyway, so let's move on. This is interesting. Am I the asshole for telling my mom and stepdad my dad doesn't owe them or their kids anything, and they are teaching my half siblings to be just as entitled as they are? Okay, so interesting. Let's see what this is all about. My mom left mine and my sister's dad when we were 2 male and 1 female for our stepdad. Okay. My parents split custody of us, but as you can imagine, it was not beautiful. Everyone is BFF's kind of blended family. Dad was hurt, and Dad is still probably is in some ways. Mom is the one who told us what happened when we were still small. Maybe when we were around 5 and 6. Okay? Because she thought we were confused by the fact that Dad wasn't going to meet her and my stepdad's baby, and the fact we weren't around the baby all the time, which is something she thought we were sad about. Okay? So, we were never confused about Dad not being around the baby. We knew why. Because the baby was not his kid, like we were his kids. We also weren't exactly sad because babies are loud and we love our dad. His house had him. We had more outdoor space and we had kids to play with in the neighborhood. I think it did more than harm than good the way mom talked about it because she came across to us like she wanted us to dislike dad for being mad at her for leaving him for her stepdad. There was a point a year ago too where my sister said she felt like mom wanted us to say we were glad it happened or something. I kind of got that too, but my sister could put it into words where I couldn't before. My parents don't really talk. I don't think dad is mad anymore, but he never's going out of his way for mom and our stepdad. Okay? I don't think he's wrong for that either. I don't care about his feelings. And our half siblings aren't any of his concerns, so it never bothered me. Okay? A couple of years ago, my mom and stepdad got into a car accident while we were all in school. My sister and I were at dad's that week, so he picked us up from school like normal. I'm not sure who asked or how many different people asked him, but at least one person asked if he could pick up my half-siblings from school when he picked us up. They were in different schools, but they are right next to each other. My dad said no, and he didn't take them. But someone communicated badly because my half-siblings were left there, and it became a whole ordeal. Okay? My dad ended up being painted as the bad guy. My half-siblings were made very aware of the fact my dad didn't pick them up and how wrong others thought that was. My dad is now spoken about like he owed something and he didn't follow through. My stepdad has called him a petty asshole. I'm tired of it when my mom and stepdad were bitching about how cool he was to my half-siblings. I told them my dad didn't owe their kids anything, and given how much my half-siblings speak crap about my dad, they were making them just as entitled as the two of them are. That they should never have been told shit and should not think my dad owes them something. They tried to ground me for speaking to them that way, and I told them they were ridiculous and I was so done with them. My mom said that I am the oldest and should be more compassionate and understanding. She also accused me of being like my dad. Hell yeah! Okay, so not the asshole, definitely. This is going to sound petty to some, maybe heartless or evil maybe. His mother is a bitch and a slut for leaving his dad for another man, and she has really the audacity to expect her ex-husband to take care of her children with her lover, okay, whom she eventually married. Like, I know people say that the children doesn't have anything to do with it. You shouldn't blame them because they're also victims maybe, or they're innocent in this. But no, they're bastards, okay? Well, maybe not bastards technically because eventually the mother married her lover. But yeah, no, because definitely in my opinion, still hurting on the part of the father. Maybe he hasn't really moved on. And why would he? What she did is really, really garbage. It's trash. So, if I was the OP, if I was the original poster and this happened to me, I would not respect my mother. I would hate her. Okay, I would tell my mother that I don't like her, that she can just keep her new family, and I don't really expect her to do anything for her. I don't want to see her. So she should support me financially until I'm of legal age, her share. But other than that, I don't want to do anything with her and her stupid family, her trash family. So yeah, so definitely not the asshole. They can all go to hell. So I don't care. And if my mother and her the OP's stepfather dies or whatever, they can just go to foster homes. Don't expect my father to take care of them. No. Okay, my father's going to take care of me and my sister because I'm their biological child. And my half siblings, they can all go to hell. Okay, so that's it. That's my opinion about the matter, not the asshole. So let's move on. Am I the asshole for reminding my brother that I'm not his brother? I, 21, was visiting home over Christmas break, and my brother, 15, got annoyed with me because I wouldn't take him out for a driving lesson. He said, "Well, why would you help me anyway, since you aren't my real brother?" This hurt me a lot because I didn't say anything. Before spring break, my family asked while we were FaceTiming if I would be visiting, and I said I had plans with friends. My brother said that he was disappointed, and I said, "Why? I'm not your real brother." My parents were shocked and angry I said that. I had a phone call with my dad later where we talked about it. He said it's wrong to hold a grudge over something a 15-year-old said, and I need to let it go. This weekend I was at home for our dad's birthday. My brother again asked me to take him to practice for his driving test. I said I'll help you, even though I'm not your real brother. It was on impulse that I said it, just because the situation was similar to the original one. He yelled at me that he was sorry about what he said and to stop bringing it up. I said okay, that I wouldn't do it again. I said we can just go drive and not think about it anymore. He said forget it and F you and went to his room. My dad said I owe him an apology. I don't know why what he said that got to me so much, but I couldn't let it go. When you say things, it affects people. Of course, now he can just say the same to me. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm being a huge asshole or an over-emotional crybaby, and maybe I'm in the right. I need some perspective. I think you're not the asshole and I think you're in the right because he's the one who started it, okay? Saying things like, "Oh, you're not my real brother." So I'm assuming that you're adopted or something because if you were his half brother, then you're still his brother. But anyway, so yeah, well, he's the one who started it. So why should you let it go? And definitely you're not going to be the one to apologize first. Okay, so if I were in your case, I would take it to my grave. Like, okay, so we're not siblings. I'm not your brother. So don't ask for a favor from me. So because you're not my brother anyway, right? So yeah, so we're strangers. So I don't care if you die tomorrow or if you die this minute. You can just die and go to hell. And you're not my brother. That's it. Okay, I'm not even going to be sorry about it. You can just go to hell, die, and just leave me alone. Alright, next thing. Next story. Am I the asshole for being unhappy with my boyfriend's surprise treat? This is a very stupid point of conflict, but I just need to feel vindicated or otherwise have someone put me in my place. So I do a majority of the grocery shopping and most of the cooking. I had to take a plan B recently due to an accident, and my period has been brutal. Nausea and pain and hormone fluctuations. We needed eggs for breakfast, and I would normally run out and grab it, but I asked for him to do it. The reason why I do most of the grocery shopping is because he's an impulsive shopper and doesn't really understand how to buy for meals because he doesn't cook. Okay? One time I sent him out for groceries for the week and he spent $150 on snacks and drinks. Okay, when he came back, I greeted him with a kiss and thank yous for going. Told him I would make him a nice breakfast. He said, "I kind of spent a lot of money, but don't worry, some of it's just for me, and I got you a treat." I told him I didn't care and that I was excited. So we unloaded everything he got. He did get a lot, but whatever. And he made me not look in the bag with the surprise. At the end, he turned around, hiding it from me. And turned around with a flourish. Shampoo and a conditioner. Okay, so that made me laugh. I said, "Oh," and looked at him quizzically and he said, "They came out with a new version. It's not new. That isn't available in the regular store. It is. You like this brand?" I don't. We stopped using it a year ago. We didn't need any either. We have two in the shower and a backup. I was a bit disappointed that I'm not good at hiding it. He was frustrated and I ended up getting frustrated too. I told him it wasn't really a present for me because we would both be using the shampoo and the conditioner. and essentials aren't treats. And I didn't need or want this, but I wouldn't react this way if we hadn't painted it like it was a present. For his part, he said he was trying to do something thoughtful, and it's not his fault that I got my hopes up. That I'm not entitled to a gift. He was just doing something nice. I was being mean about it. I think all those things are true, but it also frustrates me that we've been dating for 2 years and he thinks that this is what would cheer me up when I'm having a hard day. I asked him how he would feel if I told him I have a treat for him. And I came home with a overpriced deodorant brand we no longer use that he doesn't like. He said it wasn't the same. I don't know. Overall, it was a stupid fight. I apologized and said I didn't mean to hurt his feelings, but I'm still just aggravated. So, am I the asshole? Okay. So, first of all, you're not the asshole. You're not the asshole in this story based on what you said, because in the first place, like what you already said, your boyfriend is kind of stupid. Okay, so why would he think that a shampoo and a conditioner is a treat or a surprise? Like, it's a necessity. You really need like a shampoo and a conditioner unless you don't wash your hair. Okay, you want stinky hair, you want dirty hair, and if he okay, I don't know, maybe he's just really not clueless or someone who doesn't have, a very functioning brain. Like, if he said that he brought you a treat, then maybe what he could have done was like buy your favorite tub of ice cream for you only, so that that's only for you, so you can eat. Since I think if you have menstrual cramps or if you're in pain, so ice cream is a very good way of relieving it. So yeah, so that will be thoughtful, then that will be a treat, and then yes, you can say that it's a really nice surprise and it's very thoughtful on his part. But really, so you mean he didn't really notice that you haven't used that shampoo and conditioner for over a year? Like, he's so stupid. What kind of dumb boyfriend is that? Anyway, so I really think that you're in the right for being mad at him, because not only didn't he exert enough effort of being, knowing what kind of shampoo and conditioner that you are using, and based on what you said, you are not really the only one who's using it. So it's not like you're using a specific kind of shampoo. You're both using the same shampoo and conditioner. So that even makes it worse. So he doesn't know what kind of shampoo and conditioner that he's using? My God, what kind of like barbarian is that? Oh my God. But anyway, I'm also like confused. Like, so he doesn't know what kind of food to buy. Like, maybe if you provided him like a list, so that he wouldn't have to like, use his brain cells to think about what he's going to buy if he doesn't know that this is the right brand to use or this is the right quantity. But anyway, so yeah, so definitely not the asshole. If I were you, I'd just tell him to be better the next time, to use his brain the next time when he's going to do the groceries, because you're not his slave. So he's definitely he definitely has to pull his weight. Okay, so yeah, so that's my opinion about that. Anyway, so I'm going to finish cleaning up the other dolls. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. So stay tuned for more content in the next couple of days. So that's all for now. Bye now.